The quaint island community of Bainbridge Island, Washington, was known for its serene beauty and friendly faces. At the heart of this picturesque town stood Christ Community Church, led by the charismatic pastor Nick Hacheny. Behind closed doors, however, a darkness lurked beneath the surface of their seemingly idyllic life. Whispers of unusual counseling practices within the church began to circulate, creating an air of unease among the parishioners. These sessions, led by Pastor Nick, were far from ordinary, raising eyebrows and questions. Parishioners were encouraged to confess their deepest secrets, which were meticulously recorded and stored away.
One fateful day, Sandy shared a chilling prophecy. Dawn would die, leaving everyone in shock, and Nick would find love again with another, causing a ripple of fear and uncertainty.
This prophecy sent shockwaves through the community, foreshadowing a terrifying reality that no one was prepared to face. The weight of Sandy's prophecy cast a long shadow over Nick and Dawn's marriage. It was a prophecy that foretold doom and despair, and its impact was palpable in their every interaction. Dawn, once full of life, grew increasingly withdrawn. Her laughter, which once filled their home, was now a distant memory, replaced by a haunting silence.
Nick, once a pillar of strength, seemed increasingly preoccupied. His mind was often elsewhere, lost in thoughts that he never shared with Dawn.
Despite the tension, Nick continued to present a facade of unwavering faith. He attended church regularly, praying with a fervor that seemed almost performative. He was a master manipulator, skilled at masking his true intentions. His charm and charisma hid a darker side that few ever saw. Dawn, trapped in a web of deception, felt increasingly isolated. The walls of their home seemed to close in on her, suffocating her spirit. Her once vibrant spirit dimmed, extinguished by Nick's emotional neglect. She felt like a shadow of her former self, lost and alone. The Christmas of 1997 dawned cold and crisp on Bainbridge Island. The festive decorations and holiday cheer contrasted sharply with the coldness in Dawn's heart. But for Dawn Hacheny, the festive cheer rang hollow. The joy of the season was overshadowed by a deep, unshakable sadness.
As darkness fell on December 26th, tragedy struck. The night was filled with the sound of sirens and the glow of emergency lights.
A frantic call was made to emergency services. The voice on the other end was filled with panic and urgency. The Hacheny home was ablaze. Flames consumed the structure, turning it into an inferno. Inside the charred remains, they found Dawn's body, burned beyond recognition. The tragedy was complete, leaving a community in shock and mourning. Nick had drugged Dawn with Benadryl, suffocated her, and set their house on fire. The scene was chaotic, with flames engulfing the home and smoke billowing into the sky. Neighbors watched in horror as emergency responders battled the blaze, unaware of the dark truth hidden within the walls. Armed with this revelation, authorities launched a full-scale investigation. Detectives meticulously combed through evidence, piecing together the events leading up to the tragic night. The autopsy revealed inconsistencies with Nick's account. The coroner's findings raised more questions than answers, casting doubt on Nick's version of events. Toxicology reports confirmed Sandy's confession. The presence of Benadryl in Dawn's system corroborated the chilling details of the murder plot. In September 2001, Nick Hacheny was arrested for Dawn's murder. The arrest marked the beginning of a long legal battle, as prosecutors prepared to bring Nick to justice. Nick Hacheny's story is a chilling reminder that darkness can lurk beneath the most charming facade. His outward appearance masked a sinister nature that few could have imagined. Consumed by guilt, Sandy confessed to her affair with Nick and revealed a chilling truth. Her confession was a turning point in the investigation, shedding light on the true nature of Nick's character. In the wake of Dawn's death, Nick Hacheny's behavior took a sinister turn. He became increasingly erratic, his actions raising suspicions among those who knew him. He used his position to manipulate vulnerable women in his congregation. His role as a spiritual leader gave him access to those seeking guidance, which he exploited for his own gain. One of these affairs was with Sandy Glass, the church's prophet. Their illicit relationship was a well-kept secret, hidden behind the facade of religious devotion.